Hello and welcome to Clever News Desk. We're reaching you live from Nigeria's capital city, Abuja. I am Florence Joshua. A 70-year-old man, Engineer Hadi Usman, has bagged an honorary doctorate for his witty inventions in academia, including a fuelless generator, a stove that operates on water, and a Vespa engine helicopter. Engineer Usman bagged the honorary doctorate in science from Gombe State University, a development that has generated commendations among Nigerians on social media. According to the Senior Special Assistant on Media to Gombe State Governor Sefiyanu Alladi Mariga, the inventor was awarded the degree at the just concluded 10th, 11th, 12th, and 13th combined convocation of Gombe State University. It should be noted that Usman, who lectured at the Gombe State University, did not have a Western education, but also invented a radio station, a radio transmitter, and a headset. The talented inventor hails from Jeka Dafari ward of Gombe State local government area, and in a recent interview that he has been investing for over 50 years, he said, "I receive education, but not a Western education. I receive an education in Quranic studies. Afterward, I was sent to a village in Borno for further studies, completed the program and graduated when I was 12 years old, and thereafter I came back home and performed the ceremony." It should be stated that Nigeria has been endowed recently with talented inventors with gadgets to help people, including a 30-year-old chemistry graduate, Yusuf Shamsuddin. Shamsuddin, who graduated from Kano State University of Science and Technology, KUS, Wudil, invented the water-powered stove. Operatives of the Kano State Hisbah board have arrested 12 adults caught eating in broad daylight while fasting is ongoing. The arrest followed a raid carried out by the board at several places, including areas around Murtala Mohammed Specialist Hospital, Kofar Wambai, France Road, Ibo Road, Bata, Yankaba, and Malan Kato markets. The arrested persons are accused of shunning fasting despite announcements across radio stations and other media platforms about the sighting of the moon. However, the accused persons said they are among those who won't fast until they see the moon with their eyes and were not aware of the announcement because they neither have radio nor mobile phones. While the other confessed to eating cassava inside the market, another said he had an ulcer attack, hence the reason for eating. The Deputy Commandant General of the board, Dr. Mujahideen Aminuddin Abubakar, said the raid will continue across all nooks and crannies of the state until everyone joined the fasting in accordance with Islamic dictates. The defense headquarters has alleged a plot by terrorists and other insurgent groups operating in the northern region of the country to recruit men, women, especially children, and use them as soldiers in battlefields across Nigeria. Speaking at the defense headquarters by a weekly press briefing this Thursday in Abuja on the recent mass abduction of children and internally displaced persons by gunmen in Borno, Kaduna, and Sokoto states, the Director of Defense Media Operations, Major General Edward Buba, said these terrorist groups have suffered major military losses in the last few months, while the killings of scores of their commandants and foot soldiers, prompting the desperate need to rebuild their numbers through targeted kidnappings and abductions. Let's now join Clevius Gloria Atta for details.
In the last 10 days, nearly 700 people have been abducted by gunmen in Borno, Kaduna, and Sokoto State, according to a report by Amnesty International. On 3rd March 2024, suspected Boko Haram fighters abducted scores of internally displaced persons from some IDP camps in Gamboru, Ngala, Borno State. On March 7, at least 287 students and their teachers were abducted by gunmen in Kuriga, Kaduna State. Hundreds of attackers arrived at the school on motorbikes before seizing students and teachers and taking them into the bush. On 9th March, 15 students at an Islamic school in Sokoto were abducted by gunmen who have made demands for ransom. At the Defense Headquarters bi-weekly press briefing in Abuja, the Director of Defense Media Operations, Major General Edward Buba, while providing details on the intricacies surrounding the worrying pattern of abductions, assured Nigerians that the military is leaving no stone unturned in reuniting the hostages back to their families.
No doubt, this is a difficult situation, but not one that is insurmountable. The hostage situation is an extremely sensitive one, which unfortunately is not unprecedented in the history of the ongoing war. The hostages are being held in locations that are difficult to get to, but not out of reach. The situation is, however, indicative of the desperation of these terrorists to avoid troops' onslaught by all means. You may recall that in recent times, troops have decimated several of the terrorist leaders, their commanders, and their foot soldiers, and are fast closing in on several others. The terrorists have exhibited gross cowardice by going for such soft targets to impede troops' advances. I assure you that we will not rest until these hostages are returned.
The briefing also captured significant successes recorded in all theaters of operations in the week under review, including the killing of 213 terrorists and arrest of 216 of them.
Troops also arrested 67 perpetrators of oil theft and rescued 26 kidnapped hostages during the week. In the South-South, troops denied the oil theft of over 1.5 billion naira within the week. Furthermore, troops recovered 189 assorted weapons and over 4,000 assorted ammunition.
A major achievement within the period under review is the elimination of some notorious terrorist commanders alongside other jihadists in an airstrike.
This air interdiction was conducted on the 6th of March, following confirmation of terrorist activities at the location, which belonged to the terrorist leader, Alhaji Nashama, and Jamo Smoli enclaves in Bini Magaji and Maradu local government area of Zamfara State. Locations were subsequently acquired and attacked with cannons and rockets, killing the terrorists and destroying their infrastructure.
The Defense Headquarters urged citizens to resist the temptation to celebrate posts from terrorists and enemies of the state, but rather support the armed forces in its quest to restore normalcy back to the country. Gloria Atta reporting for Clearview News.
The Senate on Wednesday convened a private meeting with the Minister of Federal Capital Territory (FCT), Nyesom Wike, and the Commissioner of Police, Bennett Igwe. The meeting was prompted by summons issued by the Senate 2 weeks prior, requesting their briefing on security matters within the FCT, following a recent kidnap incident at the Galadima area of the Abuja metropolis. The Senate had reached a decision following a motion put forward by Senator Nwoke Ned Munir, representing Delta North. Senator Woko emphasized the urgent necessity of bolstering security measures within the FCT. The FCT Minister and the Police Commissioner are expected to give insight as regards security modalities within the Federal Capital Territory. Meanwhile, the FCT Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, says most incidents of kidnapping in the nation's capital were stage-managed by people. Wike stated this during a chat with journalists after a closed-door meeting with the Senate alongside the FCT Commissioner of Police, Bennett Igwe, on insecurity in the capital city. According to the minister, kidnapping has reduced in the FCT following the arrest of the two most wanted notorious kidnappers. The Commissioner of Police corroborated Wike, saying that there has not been any kidnapping in the FCT for 1 month, as the security operatives have dominated the forest. You can follow up on latest events and happenings around you via our social media platforms on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at Clearview News Desk, or via our handle on X, formerly known as Twitter at Clearview Online. Many thanks for watching. I am Florence Joshua. Bye for now.